It's Power 106, Brown Bag Mornings. Buenos dias. Good morning to you. And you. Y tú también. And the spirit right behind you, you too. I'm kidding. We have our primo AJ Barrera in here.
Hey.
AJ, your family at this point, you've came through for us last year during our radio show. And then you also showed up at our Monster Mash, AJ. And I want to say your presence alone, period, incredible. But all the plus ones that you bring along with you, all the spirits. AJ Barrera is a psychic medium, and he's able to tap into those who have crossed over. And we're just talking about you possibly having done radio in the past, and you said, when I was younger. At what age? 17, you said?
Yeah, I started at 19 and a half doing radio. So I started doing a radio station, another radio station local, and I started doing that show from 7 to midnight and reading people from all over the United States. So we'd have people from New York, from Kansas, and this and that, and I would just connect them with their loved ones. Like for me, radio became the best medium for a medium because people say, oh, you're reading faces, you're reading this, and you're reading that.
Oh, you could tell that I'm married because I have a ring or you but it's like, no, I just hear your voice and your voice alone.
That's it. Yep.
What? Yeah. Okay, so if you started this like around your 19 years of age, when did you start feeling like, oh, I can decipher messages?
Probably when I was maybe, 16 years old. 16 years old. So I was doing my mediumship by that time frame. Mediumship
so you already knew this was the path you were taking.
Yeah, so I always knew I was intuitive. I always knew I had an ability to like tap into a vibration energy. So I could see colors and read people's energies, like psychic stuff, intuitive stuff. But I never knew I was able to like talk to the dead until I was maybe like 16 or so. My high school teacher, who was my art and science teacher, she's the one that told me I had the ability to communicate with the other side.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
How did she see it?
She was and still is a medium.
She is.
Yes. And so she told me, she goes like, you should be doing this. You should start doing this work. And so for me, I kind of like started taking every single class with her as APR, science, biology, everything. So I can learn everything. My mom at the time, she actually worked for the district. And she worked at that school. So it wasn't anything weird like these teacher sex scandals and stuff like that.
Like, let me teach you a little thing or two, child.
Right?
Article medium.
Yeah. No, it was amazing. And I think for me, I've been blessed. And she kind of just allowed me to spread my wings. She said, if I didn't start at the age that I did back then, I'd probably somehow in my life still be doing it maybe at 40, 50 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. AJ, I guess in that first sense, was it a fear? Was it something? Because to say like, hey, you can see dead people,
right?
And like you have that like, oh my gosh, what? Because now you're signing yourself up for like low key.
I'm a lifer.
No type of privacy, especially whether you like it or not. Sometimes I'm sure you could tap out of it, but like for the most part, like you probably get, like a better term, disturbed by things kind of knocking at you or wanting messages sent,
Yeah, it's more so the living that bugs me than the dead, to be quite frank. Dude, honestly, it is because like there is a switch that you turn on and off. Like when I meditate to turn on to do readings, and I turn off when I'm done. It's just like all you guys clock in and clock out for work. It works the same way.
Okay, good.
You can't keep a battery running all the time because what happens? It drains, it dies. Yeah. I can't let that battery run. So for me, I wasn't always a big believer into mediumship and psychics, but don't get me wrong, I always watch them on television shows like the famous Sylvia Brown on Montel Williams, right?
Yeah.
You have her that's on there that's doing readings, and I was like, these people aren't real. So I wasn't out of fear, it was always out of curiosity about this work, and that's what made me kind of like open up my horizon, because coming from a devout Catholic background, like you have an understanding like this is taboo, this is the devil's work, and this and that, and I realized like if I just believe in God and believe that it comes from a higher power and comes from good light, and I work with good light, that's all that matters.
So you were never in the restroom like, bro, get out of here.
Right.
It's like a dead person in there?
No, believe it or not, though, the restroom is actually the best place to meditate. Yes,
really?
It is a truth. It is a truth. It is a
It's
truth.
your alone time.
It's 100%.
Usually my demons come out in the restroom.
Thanks, God.
I'm gonna tell my girl that's why it took so long.
I'm meditating, babe. I'm meditating.
It's the best place.
Right.
AJ said so.
AJ, one thing that I do love that you do, especially with your content, it's not just self-serving. It's not, here's this cool thing I can do. You also tell people how maybe the signs they can look for, or things that we already have within us. Like clearly we're all very spiritual beings, and we have the tools inside of us. You also mentioned about just being a devout Catholic, same, and I think at times you get that cross between like, what, this is wrong, this is right, but I also feel like God made people like you.
Right.
God made you with those specific tools to help others. And, that's just my personal take on this. Like, just like everything else is built, by his hands, so were you and your abilities, you know?
Oh, 100%. You know, like my main purpose when I came into this work was not to make it all about me. Even like, you know, thank you for sharing my social media, because everything that I do is about educating people. So it's not always me posting about my readings of what I've done, my audience events, which I will rarely post like some readings here and there, but it's just to show like the purpose of like the purpose of the reading. If it's like through suicide or overdose, like these tough topics that we see people struggling through mental health. And I post those because there's always a lesson in those readings. It's a takeaway of that reading. So if I can teach people, just one person on my social media or someone new, like, hey, did you miss that sign? Did you recognize that sign? Do you recognize the synchronicity? Because when we look at signs and synchronicities, we think like, oh my God, my loved one is putting this butterfly in front of me, or they're putting this in front of me. They're not doing that at all whatsoever. What they're doing is that there's a pattern that is happening that they're telling you to pay attention to. And that pattern is you going, oh my God, now I'm recognizing all these ladybugs, all these butterflies, all these things. And whoever comes to mind in that very moment is that loved one that's connecting with you in that very moment.
Wow.
Sheesh. All right, AJ, you know, when it comes to psychics, one of the biggest things that I'm sure gets thrown at you and gets thrown at psychics is like, why
World
don't
Series.
you? Oh yeah, World Series. I love it. We're gonna ask you that. But like, why don't you just win the lottery then?
Right.
And I think people just need to understand it's not the same.
Yeah, my brother, I always joke around with him, and he's kind of like, I won't say my biggest skeptic, but a skeptic. And he will always joke around like, if you haven't, you know, won the lottery or you haven't like won in Vegas, like I don't believe you. You know, he's kind of one of those ways, but it's not used for that purpose. It's really to validate the soul survival, soul consciousness, but also to validate the healing that we get out of it. Because, you know, there are mediums out there and psychics that are doing this work that are doing the bad rap. They're making other people that are legitimate look bad.
Of
where
course.
they're selling you candles and items and this and that. You got to do this. You got to do X, Y, Z. And mediumship is not about that. Mediumship is about being evidential, bringing through evidence that makes sense to the client, to the person that's receiving that message. So you know it's their way coming through that is personal, emotional, and all that stuff that's associated with it. So for me, winning the lottery and all that stuff, that'd be great. But have I ever tried it? No.
But if you could ask a ghost, like, what's the over under?
What makes you think
right?
ghosts know?
like, I got a bet going on. That's why. So.
You should know. You're see through. You tell me.
Can you tap into a notorious gambler? Question.
Do you ever get I don't want to say spirits, entities, I don't know.
Yeah, either or. Yeah, same thing.
That are aggressive?
No, again, more the living is more aggressive. You know, honestly, because you got to understand where a person is in their state of mind. Because if I'm not delivering the message the best to my knowledge to them, they will get upset. Because when people sit in front of me, I have no reason why they're sitting in front of me. I don't know if they're looking for guidance. Don't know if they're looking to connect with a loved one. And a lot of us, we have multiple people that are passed on. So we might have that, you know, VIP person, that special person that we want to hear from. And say, for instance, that person is not coming through in the beginning of the reading, that client will shut down and they will get upset because like they don't want to hear from maybe someone that was abusive in their life, someone that was toxic to them. So all that stuff comes through because that's also part of their healing process, spirits, but also our healing process here. And I think we need to listen to everything that's coming through because people will get upset to the medium, because we didn't say that one thing. Because we didn't say that one thing.
They're come in looking for a specific thing and not open.
Yeah.
And once they don't
hear
get
it.
that, then they shut down the portal themselves.
Yep.
You know, you need also the voluntarily of that other person to give you that.
100%.
And just to piggyback on that, like, what are your thoughts on EVP?
Oh God, I have tons of them. Tons
Really?
of them.
What
I have
is
tons
That's
of
like
them.
the transmitter.
Electronic
thing, right?
voice phenomenon?
Yeah. So I investigate. I'm actually a paranormal investigator at the same time.
I saw you with Cece. You guys, like, where'd you guys go?
We went to the abandoned LA Zoo.
I know.
So
I'm
we went
scared.
there. So there's a lot of investigations I've gone to, like the Cecil Hotel. Like
You went to the Cecil?
Oh my God.
You're not scared?
No.
AJ.
You got to understand.
you're
I'm
not
working
scared.
from good light, good intention. I'm
Yeah.
not working from a
True.
sense of like I'm looking for entities. I'm looking for evil. Like when we think of entities, people think of evil. Entities is just a spirit. It's just an energy. What I'm going in there is working with my highest and the greatest intention. So when I go there to document them, I have tons of EVPs. I wish I would have prepared for this because I was at the Highland, I forgot what it was, where Janis Joplin used to have her apartment, where she lived, the musician. Most people don't know who Janis Joplin is, but that we were there investigating it, and we actually caught an EVP.
She's part of the 27 Club.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you know a lot. Okay, you know a lot about it. So we actually captured an EVP that says her name, Janis, on it. That sounds exactly like it. So there's a lot of EVPs. Queen Mary, I have some of my best evidence of EVPs.
Oh, I've been
there.
wanting to go there, AJ.
awesome,
Yeah, it's awesome. I would recommend not going during Halloween because all the festivities and all that stuff, but do it on your own time. Spend the night.
Wait, Why is there a difference?
Because you have a lot of ambient noise and
Yeah.
stuff that you're going to pick up, and you're not actually going to pick up the true essence of the ship.
Yeah.
So you will pick up like music, noises, screams, and all that
Go
stuff.
in March.
Right.
Go
Yeah,
in, like,
springtime.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When no one's there for those.
I
On
thought
December
that's like-
25th.
Right.
God, oh. AJ, have you ever? Okay, so here's I guess something that happens to me, and I've told the crew, but like there's a cemetery by my house, and then sometimes I tell them like I could feel the spirits sometimes, and I think they roam around, and they're not bad, but I have to kick them out. I have to be like, hey, you're not welcome here. You're scaring the kids. Get out. I guess do you have to sometimes steer them away, or like it's my time right now, guys?
You know, that is a really great question because, again, usually when I'm turned off, I'm off. You know,
Good.
there was an experience that happened to my wife and I about 3 weeks ago. So we were at home watching TV, minding our own business, and we have our adopted dog, German Shorthair Pointer. He's about a year and a half, maybe just about a year. And he's there just laying on his bed on the floor, and we're just watching TV, and our dog just gets up on all four legs and starts looking at our French doors intensely, our back doors. And I'm like wondering, like, what is he looking at? So I tap on my wife and I go look, and all of a sudden he starts growling, and our we have a wand on our blinds on our French doors. It starts swaying by itself on its own. And for me, I didn't say anything. I said, all right, thank you, goodbye, I see you, and that's all it is, because I don't want to know who it is. I don't want none of the business. Like I'm off. I'm not here to work. I'm not here to work. You know what I mean?
Office hours are closed.
Yeah. But
You don't get scared though?
no. I mean, like the last property that I used to rent in Covina, a lot of friends that used to come over, it was haunted. We used to have a phantom black dog that was there. And on the hardwood floors, we'd actually hear people that would stay the night or just hang around.
Yeah.
They go, "Where's that dog at?" And I'm like, and I would never mention anything about the dog, and they would actually hear click, 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 click on the floors as the dog is walking. So people would freak out. But again, it's residual energy, the previous owner, or so on and so forth. But it wasn't related to me. So when I sense things and see things, I just acknowledge them and say, "Hey, I see you. I understand you."
On
and
your
that's about
way.
it.
Come
Yeah.
back at 9 a.m. I'm off right now, bro.
Do
You say your brother's a skeptic.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He actually went to my first show in San Diego like last month.
Oh, this is the first time he went to a show.
Yeah, first
And
time.
what was his thoughts after?
Well, you know, ironically, is that whole day I had a migraine, like a headache, and it would not shake. It would not go away. So after I was done, my headache went away, and my brother, he goes like, I say, "Hey, let's hang out. Let's go into Old Town or something. Let's do something." And my brother goes like, "Dude," he goes, "I don't feel good. I have a massive headache and this and that."
You felt
so
it.
it's a transfer of energy is what happened. And so my brother is not the person that wouldn't be like, "I don't want to go out." My brother's the first person to say, "Let's
What
go
we
out.
doing?
What are we doing?"
Wow.
And for him, he always says like, "I don't know. I don't know how you do it," but he refers a lot of his friends to me,
Right.
but he doesn't know how I do it. you know?
Sometimes maybe I guess do you see people not wanting to acknowledge it because maybe it's their own, like it might be a them thing, you know, like yeah, that's just something my brother does because maybe they
Right.
have their own maybe fears
Fear of
or
the unknown.
intimidation and all
Yeah.
of that, like which is human
Yeah.
because to the world it's it's built up to be scary.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
We're taught to believe, you know, in religion in a certain way, and not to believe in this, or we're bothering them. The dead is more alive than we are, to be quite frank. The spirits are, and when we think that we're disturbing them, let them rest in peace. They're they're more alive. So when we think about like missing our loved ones and do they miss us and all that stuff, it's going to shock people. Our loved ones in spirit do not miss us at all whatsoever. They don't.
Yeah,
They
I
don't.
believe it.
They don't.
I
You know,
believe it. Yeah, I
do
believe
you know
it.
why?
Because they're with
Because
us.
they're tired of it.
100%.
No, they're with us.
They're with us.
They're
Like
with
why
us.
I miss you for? I see you every day. See what you do in the restroom.
Yeah, I was about to say they see me every day. It's
Yeah.
kinda-
We
Whoa.
miss them because we don't have that
We
physical
don't have
connection.
that like
Yeah.
that
connection.
they
We
do.
can't hear their voice. We can't have all that stuff. Yeah.
I want to ask you. So, Greg told us about his neighbor's house.
Okay.
So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So I just want your take on that. And it's like, would you move into a house like that?
Oh,
Like,
So my neighbor, the parents, it was older parents. The mom ended up killing herself.
Okay.
The dad killed himself as well, and then the son moved in and then ended up killing himself as well.
Okay.
So that we think it's haunted, and then like the house was vacant for a while,
Or
and no
maybe
one
like cursed. or
and yeah,
something.
like a curse, and then the house had a light on the whole time it was vacant.
Yeah, so that could be a lot of residual energy of that home itself.
Yeah.
It could be the land, could be just the home itself.
Yeah.
We really don't know until you go in there to document it. Would I move into it? Probably, because I would actually really like cleanse it and protect it, to be quite
Yeah.
frank. I wouldn't have that fear, because if you allow fear, you're creating that vibration of vulnerability.
I wanted to ask you. You said Old Town
Yes.
San Diego, right?
Yeah.
And it's super haunted over there.
Super haunted.
Did you ever go to that house that's right there?
the
in the
Whaley
middle?
House?
Yeah.
No,
The
I've been there.
Whaley?
Yeah, I've been there quite some time, but you can't really investigate it because it's all blocked off with plexiglass and stuff
Oh,
like that.
they did
So,
that?
Yeah, so you can't really go into, well, certain rooms are, but
Yeah.
you can still go there and investigate, but it's really just mainly the stairwell, the courthouse, and
The theater room.
upstairs, the theater room.
Yeah.
Is all you can really do. But it just really depends. But if I can have free reign of any place, which I would love to go to, but they only shoot it for like music videos and movies, is the Lincoln Heights, I think, jail or Lincoln jailhouse.
No, I've never.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's abandoned.
It's abandoned.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is.
Yeah, we've stopped there before.
Bro, let's rent it for a video shoot,
Yeah.
and then we just chill.
They film a lot of
Bring the
movies.
EVP machine.
Right.
They would hang
Yeah.
out on the roof or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, their yard was on the roof.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, quick question, just real quick before we move on. Sorry.
No,
you're
So,
good.
just out of curiosity, so like there's you know how you say you communicate with entities. Are these entities in like some kind of I don't know, waiting room before they pass and they accept death, or is it people that you communicate that are not accepting death and that they're here lingering for some kind of answers themselves?
Okay, there's two things. There's two kind of answers to this. So when we transition to the other side, wherever, afterlife,
beyond,
heaven, whatever you want to call it, the soul is already prepared. The soul's already ready to communicate. But when they're there in the afterlife, they're evolving and growing. So kind of think of it as a life review that they're going through. They're going through the life lessons, going through the things that they need to do, but also they evolve with soul groups that are there in the afterlife. Those soul groups could be other people that are like other life lessons they got to learn through, and so on and so forth.
Like you mentioned, when someone comes through that you don't necessarily like let's say I came to you and you grant someone that passed away but that did me wrong, right? And then I shut down in real life, but they're healing too. You mentioned that the spirit is healing too. It seems, again, it's like it's still more, it's more life. It's not like the end, so then you shoot up or to one or the other. I guess that's still another stage. Something.
It's part of our education. It's part of our learning. So I always tell people, like, down here in the physical realm is our high school. When we cross over, we go to college, and we continue to learn. We continue to evolve. So we're not ever stopping our education, if you will, or learning life lessons. Yeah. We continue to learn those lessons. But spirit at any moment, any time can come through. It's not that the soul is not ready. It's up to us being ready. So when I have people that sit in front of me, I always tell them, like, or prepare for reading, give yourself 6 months, 9 months, give yourself some time. So when you're in front of me for a reading, you're going to process the information. You're going to be able to accept it and not trying to just hope for that one person. You're going to have everything that comes through. So there's not really a time frame for spirit. Yeah. It's really the time frame for us to really navigate that loss.
So AJ, soul and spirit, two different things. Your soul is ready to go whenever. Your spirit is like, our human body that's still like, I don't know, the soul is like for already evolved and ready. And then there's our physical form. We pass away, we're our spiritual form, but the soul is there. Like it's
interchangeable.
Yeah.
But the spirit itself is like the essence of who we are. The same thing like the soul. It's the same thing. Like we're like a fingerprint. Like when we pass over, we take all the personalities, all those traits, but more importantly, again, on your subject, we grow and we evolve. So someone that was like, say, a crappy person in life, wasn't the greatest person, and they weren't great to their kids and so on and so forth, and they come through in a reading and they start bringing through positive, healing, loving messages. Some people think like, oh, that's not my loved one because they were a-holes or they were this way and that way. What they're doing is letting you know that they are evolving and learning those lessons and they're growing. So you understand where they're coming from a different perspective, but more importantly, where you need to heal from, because the healing is why they're coming through, because of what you're holding down deep down in your heart.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you know if a spirit is in heaven or hell?
No, I'm. I literally just told this to someone. I've never had a spirit saying it's hot down here.
I get you.
I'm sweating.
I'm sweating. Yeah, never.
Somebody turn on the AC down here.
Hey, they got champagne back down here, man.
AJ, if it's all right with you, is it okay if we take calls?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Laura, you're on with Brown Bag Mornings and our friend AJ Barrera. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you for having me.
AJ, I'm going to let you take the floor. I'm not sure how the process works.
Yep. Hey, Laura, how you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. What's your question? How can I help you?
I don't have a specific question. I kind of just sent a message and I was like, oh, let's see where this goes.
Oh, that can go everywhere, actually. So is there anyone, I guess, specifically you want to connect with?
My dad, who passed away back in 2004 when I was 10.
All I need to know is just a person. So here's the thing: is I'm going to say that I have two different energies that are coming through for you that I do need to acknowledge here. I don't know if you know both sides of your family, meaning mom's side and dad's side, but I immediately want to bring up two energies to your dad's side that I do need to bring up here. One, they both seem as male fingers. So is your dad's father also passed on as well?
I think so. I don't have any connection with them no more.
Okay, just know I have two male figures. One seems like dad's dad, and one seems like your father that we do need to bring up here. When we acknowledge your father, it's interesting here because he's not coming through like with the mushy stuff like the I miss yous and the I love yous and so on and so forth. What he's bringing up here is more so the physical time that he did not have without you, because he's bringing up a sense of not so much abandonment, but apologizing for not really being the father figure in the way that he needed to. What he's bringing up here is that he's telling me to talk about the month of December being significant. So why is December significant?
Due with a baby girl in December.
Okay, so this would be your dad's way to let you know that he sees the baby, he sees what's happening in your life, to let you know that he's with you. So he's been gone for 20 years, 5 years, whatever that looks like to you. It's your dad's way of saying that he's with you. He's also telling me to tell you something quite interesting here, and I might be wrong here because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, I don't diagnose, but just a simple yes or no. Would you know a lot about your father?
No.
Okay, let me just give this to you. I'd rather be wrong than right. My job is not to hold on to any information, but when your dad talks about himself, there's a sense of accountability and responsibility that he puts around himself. Do you understand the direction where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as long as you understand that, I just want you to make sure that you know that it's not your fault and you couldn't have prevent or done anything relating to your dad's life, his lifestyle, or who he was as an individual. Because when your dad shows himself to me, he truly wants to let you know that he comes through as an individual who has a very clear mind when he presents himself. He's also bringing up here that I might be wrong with, but I feel like there's a reference either relating to your father, and I know you said you don't know a lot about your father or grandfather, but he's telling me to tell you, this sounds so bizarre, wherever you live, home, condo, apartment, was there some sort of like water breakage or like a leak that we need to bring up here?
My bathroom keeps leaking, but
okay.
I mean,
your dad is telling me to tell you, make sure you get that fixed. Like, make sure you get it done.
Now.
Because I just feel like in some ways, this might be your dad's way of saying, like, I'm still a father figure as much as maybe he wasn't here in the physical realm. What I want you to fully understand, Laura, is that even though that, again, you did not have a close connection with your dad, I really believe that your dad is trying to emphasize how much he's still a part of your life, even though it was in moments that you don't sense him or feel him. So don't think that your dad is not around you. Just say, hey, Dad, like, I'm thinking about you. Or Dad, it's your birthday. Dad, it's your anniversary. I'm thinking about you. That's all you need to do, because you're sending the intention in that very moment. And I believe it's your dad's way of making sure that we validate that process here for you more so than anything else.
Okay.
Are you good?
Got it. Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome.
That was a lot, huh, Laura?
Too much.
Oh my gosh. I know. I could tell the feelings that you're feeling. I could feel like the tense and the tightening up, but wow. Wow. Hey,
Laura, I have goosebumps, and I just want you to know that's your dad's way of expressing some love and gratitude towards you. So anytime you think about Dad, again, please know he's right there with you.
Thank you so much.
You're so
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
Laura, fix the leak. I don't want you to slip.
Right.
Your baby's about
I
to
know,
be
and it's
here.
my shower leak. It's my shower leak, and I'm like, I don't know why it keeps leaking.
Well,
Okay.
maybe for this purpose, for your dad to bring it up here to validate the experience of what's happening in your
he's
life
there.
today.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
The water bill's
Thank
going
you.
up.
Right?
Laura,
Thank you so much.
our
You're so
love
welcome.
to you. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's crazy.
Sheesh. All right, so here's my thing too, and I'm with you. I'm so with you, because like there's these moments where it's like anybody could say a water leak, but I know there's no water leak at my house.
Neither am I.
You know, like it's like that's so specific to her. You know what I'm saying? Anyone could say a month, and what does it mean? But her baby being due in December.
Right.
That's so
Yeah.
individual, like, customized.
But you also have to, and not to interrupt you,
Yeah.
you also
No,
have
go
to
ahead.
understand is that when spirits talk about projections, things that are planning, that are coming up here,
Yeah.
is just to let you know they're still around you.
Yeah.
That's all it means. And people think like, is my dad going to be here for this baby? Is my dad around me in this time? Like, simple little things are sometimes the biggest validations that we need to recognize.
All she needed.
Yeah, that's all we need. Yeah, we all need that.
Wow.
Hi, Patricia. Patricia, are you on the line, Patricia?
Patricia.
Yes,
Hi, Patricia. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
Patricia, we have AJ here with us. Is there a specific question you have or person we're trying to connect with?
Yeah, my Nino passed away.
Okay, that's
19
it.
years
Don't say anything more.
Thank you, Lily.
All right.
Hi, Patricia. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You know, it's so interesting, Patricia. Like, I immediately tune into a younger male energy, even though he's your Nino. He wants to come through as like a very younger, funny version of himself. And I don't know if that was his personality, but I just feel like when he comes through, there's a way that he wants to like spiritually embrace you and give you this big spirit hug when he comes through. What I want to ask you though, and I don't want to like sound rude about this and put you on the spot, but was your would you say that your uncle was a person that liked to have a drink or two?
Well, I never got to that point.
Oh, okay. So what I'm going to tell you is that when he comes through, there's a way that he wants to bring up something celebratory. So I'm going to ask you, is your birthday coming up or just passed, or what's the celebratory thing that we need to bring up now?
My mom's birthday's coming up.
Okay. Is that her brother?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell your mom happy birthday from her brother?
Oh
Because
my
I believe
God.
it's his way. He wants to hold up a beer, like saying, I want to salute, I want to have a drink for her. And I believe it's important for your mom to understand that her brother is doing absolutely fine. The reason why I feel like it's important is that he's telling me that he left very sudden and very unexpected. That this is not something that I'm seeing as cancer or lymphoma or so on and so forth. This is something he's saying like I was here and I was gone, because he's telling me to tell you in the events that were leading up to his passing, he did not have the opportunity to say goodbye to not only to like the family, but to your mom. And I feel like that when he brings up your mother, there's a sense that your mom feels like that she did not protect him in the way that she needed to as being a sister figure. Does that all make sense how I'm describing this?
Yeah.
Okay, when we acknowledge this, I don't know if your mom's open to this, but I feel like it's important for you to validate your mom's experience. If she's Catholic, Christian, whatever that belief is, just let her know, hey, Mom, I had a dream, or I sat with a medium, or I talked with a medium. People have different perspectives, but I believe it's important for your Nino, her brother, to validate this. One thing I don't fully understand, again, when I speak to spirits, their energies always are just my interpretation. They're showing me two references here, and I feel like it might be relating to your mother or either someone else who still might be living. So I don't want to sound so woo-woo because it's a common thing. It's a common reference. Well, the name is, but I don't think I want to say the name. But is there like a Maureen or like Margaret, like the MR name still living that we need to acknowledge here?
Well, my mom's name is Maria.
Okay, that's all I need to know. So tell your mom that this is his way, saying hello from heaven to her, because I just feel like it's his way, making sure that we kind of tie this bow onto the situation. There's also a reference that we need to bring up here, which I'm seeing it. Do you have a pretty good close relationship with your mother?
I do. I'm actually with her right now.
Okay. Maybe your mom can validate this for me, or maybe she might understand what he's talking about. But what he's showing me is something that I'm seeing that would be it's small, but it's metal, but it seems like there's metal fringe around it, kind of like a frame, but it feels like it's really small where I'm going with this. So I don't know if this is kind of like a tiny photo that's in a tiny frame, but it seems very unique to me. It's not just a photo that's out. So would that resonate with your mom, or would your mom understand this?
We did have his photo in an entertainment center, which we actually got rid of, and now his photo's put away, and we just haven't brought it back out.
Okay, what I want you to know is that your uncle, your Nino, wants to make sure you put out that photo again.
Bring it out.
Why'd you put me face down in the
I'm
drawer?
in the process of fixing up her house and getting different frames for all her photos, so she hasn't been able to put any photos up.
Okay.
Put it back.
I'll make sure to put it back up.
Please let your mom know that this is his way acknowledging obviously the changes that you said that are happening, but more importantly, he sees that the photos were put away. What I want to talk about specifically is the small, like metal, small photo specifically. So whatever that photo is with the other like the fringe, it's like a metal fringe. I don't know how to describe it, but I'm seeing it. Whatever that one is, he wants that one out specifically. So if it is a specific photo that she had of him, he's just joking around saying like, put it back out when she's done. Okay.
Okay, I'll make sure to find that
He
photo.
looked really cute in it. He liked how he looked.
And it is his younger self.
That's in his
It's
heyday.
him, it's him young.
Oh, absolutely, because he came through as his younger version of himself. So if that is the case, it would make sense to me why he's talking about that one. 100%.
We'll make sure to put that photo back up.
Absolutely, Patricia.
That photo, and then put a battery on that smoke detector too.
He said that too. He
That was
said,
Tom's reading.
He said, yeah, that's my reading right there.
Patricia.
New batteries.
Oh, shoot.
Patricia, you got really emotional, and I just want to let you know, like, we appreciate you calling in and being so open. That just shows me like this is real. Like he tapped into things that you guys are really going through and really feeling.
Yeah, it's literally been so long. I haven't been able to like either envision him in a dream or feel him near me. So just having that little piece of a message from him just lets me know that he's still here, like he's still with us.
Oh,
and that he still validates us.
Of course.
Absolutely. And real quick, all I would love for you to do, and anyone that's listening here, is that if you haven't had dreams of your past loved ones, if you haven't any like experiences or visitations, 30 minutes before you go to bed, ask your loved ones, like, come visit me, come give me a sign, come to me in my dream, or a visitation, like whatever that looks like to you. It may not be all the birds and butterflies and the bells and whistles. It may be something so subtle. It may just be a scent that you wake up from, a feeling.
Right.
Just by that is their way connecting with you in that very moment. So recognize that, okay?
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you for calling in. Our love to your mom, okay?
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Of course. Oh, baby girl, that was amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do we have 2 more calls? Is
Absolutely.
that okay? Okay,
Absolutely.
let's go to Vanessa. Vanessa Gonzalez. Vanessa, good morning, Vanessa.
Vanessa,
are you there?
Yes,
Hi,
I'm here.
Vanessa. You are now on with Brown Bag Mornings, and we have AJ Barrera here, psychic medium. And I just want to know if you want to speak to anybody, who that specific person is, but don't say more than who it is, or if you have a specific question.
Yes, I actually have someone that passed away,
Who
and I wanted to see if do you want me to say like the name or like
just who they are to you.
it's my madrina.
Okay.
She's my madrina.
If
Yeah.
you watch the cameras, I muttered mom. So I said mom. So I already knew mom was already coming through. So one thing we do need to bring forward here is I feel like that your mom was already coming through. Your voice is everything to me when I do this work. So
Godmother.
Godmother?
No,
Godmother.
madrina.
Yes, my godmother.
Godmother, still mom to me.
Yeah.
So we do need to recognize her. So when she does step forward here, she's not coming through as an older woman to me. She's coming through as a mother figure to me in my perspective. So when she talks about this, it's interesting here because her passing does not feel sudden. It does not feel like unexpected. Her passing to me feels very respectfully deteriorating, lengthy in the way that she shows herself to me, because when she talks about it, she makes me feel like that she has a sense of physical mobility. And I think it's important for you guys to understand this, because when we talk about it, she's showing me the last either 4.5 months, 5 months specifically, is very significant to her time frame, but also relating to you. So I kind of want to ask you something. Were you close with your godmother?
Yeah, she was like my second mom.
Okay, so this is why, again, she's coming through as just mom, but it's interesting. She's telling me to talk about the last 4.5 months, 5 months specifically, relating to you. So were you not really able to see her or spend a lot of time with her?
Yeah, I've been like in a rut.
Okay.
So I just haven't had the time to like go
Okay.
visit her.
I want you to understand, this is her way understanding the events that were occurring in your life in that very moment. What she is trying to tell me to tell you is to release you from any guilt in this moment. What she's bringing up here is making sure that you have a clear perspective, an open mind, an open heart, because I feel like in some ways you go through a lot of these moments of like the what ifs. What if I could have changed this? What if I could have done this? I feel like it's her way of saying like, don't even worry about it, because honestly, they're not worried about it. It's their way acknowledging the events that occurred, but it's not their way putting blame onto you. Why would any of our loved ones want to put like blame, accountability, or responsibility upon anyone else? You know what I mean? So for us, it's all about healing. One thing she's bringing up here, and she's showing it to me, and this is going to sound very funny where I'm going to go with this, because right now we're kind of at an age of obviously of everything being digital. Like, obviously we're doing readings, not just via, phone or radio, this and that, but she's showing me more so, how can I say this? You know how, like, say, with certain smartphones, they have, like, a lot of these memories that appear and so on and so forth.
Oh, yeah.
Was there something that actually we need to bring up here with you, as if somehow you just went through, like, those old photos that say that you retook on a smartphone or on an iPad that we need to talk about?
I mean, I was looking at old pictures yesterday.
Okay. So all I want you to understand is that her soul and spirit was with you in that very moment, because what she is showing me is that she was there, because she's making sure it's very, very important for you to know that she's still around you. I do want to go back to something on a medical scale or a medical level, again, not as a doctor or as a physician, but again, she's showing me multiple things that are happening here. One thing specifically here, and I want to make sure that you and the family understand, and I want to kind of be very sensitive, because I see every passing as being tragic, regardless if there's an accident or this and that. But she is giving me the impression for you to understand that she just like took her last breath, like she went to sleep. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's important for you and the family to understand this, because when she shows it to me, it's her way validating you. There is something very funny too, is that I'm going to bring up now, because obviously this is kind of like the festive time. It's Halloween. This is a part, but she's showing me you, like photos of you in your old Halloween costumes, like say from like the 80s, like the 90s, and so on. I don't know how young or how old you are. You don't have to tell me, but she's showing me more of that scene. I feel like there's more of like a memory that she's trying to bring up here, not just Halloween, but either like this tail end of this month or leading into like November. So is the tail end of this month or into November significant to her or to you?
She passed away November 13th.
Okay, that's all I need to know. So what I want you to do is that right now they there's always a saying, the veil's thin, the veil's thin. I'm saying, for me, the veil's always thin. You know what I mean? There's not really a purpose that is there. What I want you to do is that I don't know, however you honor your loved ones, if it's through lighting a candle or whatever that looks like to you. On this death anniversary or the celebration that's coming up here, know that she's going to be around you in November because she's making you feel like now is the right time for you to connect with her. So in the moments that you think about her, just say, hey, Godmother, like I'm thinking about you and I know that you're here for me, but see this as her way expressing some love and gratitude towards you, okay?
Yeah.
And also one last thing, did you just buy a new car or are you getting a new car?
I just finished paying off my car last month.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, she just wants to let you know she's still with you. So, and I'm going to tell you in a very funny way, she's joyriding with you. So in the moments that you sense her and feel her, she's right there with you. Okay, love?
Way to make your payments, girl.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that too. All right. A lot of love to you.
Thank you so much for calling in. I know that's a lot to take in, and I know you're like, I could hear the smile on your face.
That's dope.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Have a good one, baby girl.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Does that mean she's ghostwriting the whip?
Basically, yeah, right.
So dumb. One question before we go to our last caller,
Please.
AJ.
Yeah.
When you say they're talking to you, or what do you mean they're talking to you? Like in your ear or in your brain, or like
both. It's a little bit of everything. So when I hear a person speak, I close my eyes and I just listen to that vibration immediately. And usually I can sense if it's like mom, dad, mother figure, all that stuff. What then happens is I'm getting my symbolism. So I'm clairaudient. So I hear things either subjectively or objectively, either as a thought or out loud, or I'm clairaudient or clairsentience where I feel them. So if they're talking about like a stroke, a heart attack, all that stuff.
You can feel it in your own
impressions.
body.
Yeah. So they're giving me a lot of these impressions of where I want to go to. So say, for instance, the person that lost the father with the aneurysm stroke, I feel that pressure on certain sides. And they give me this. So someone with a double amputee, I will feel like numbness in my legs. There's a lot of different things they will give me to identify this is what we need to talk about. Yeah. So it's a very quick, rapid reference. Think of it like an old movie reel, to be quite frank. When you see, that's what I'm being shown is I'm very quickly.
In your like mind's eye? Is it in like?
Yeah. So this is why I kind of have a focus. So either the focus could be like
anything you're looking at.
Anything that I'm looking at is my focus, and I'm just imagining everything just coming through in my frame of reference. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, every time we said like they're coming through, I picture them like, excuse me, excuse me, that's me right there.
Because you saw wait,
that's my Maria.
Ghost. That's why I saw you.
That's me. Hold on.
Did you guys watch Ghost before I came here?
No, I haven't seen that movie in years, and I don't even remember it.
It's actually one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, move out the way.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Greg had this question. Have you ever felt like horns, and then have to bring that up in a reading?
Horns?
Yeah, like
cheating? Horny.
Yeah, that really comes up. And you're like, hey,
I mean, yeah, I know to a certain extent. I mean, it's weird.
Tingling.
Like I was thinking about it. Like if somebody
ex-girlfriend's tapping in.
Yeah.
Somebody passed away during
pulsating.
Sex. No, I not during sex. I had someone that passed away right after sex, or I guess kind of during sex.
Yeah,
the husband passed away with a heart attack. And that's what happened in that very moment. And so I remember this reading specifically. I was in Anaheim many, many years ago.
Just like,
I mean, it was a shock. And you know how that reference came to me? Do you remember? 2.5 Men?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was an episode specifically that I was being shown, and I think I don't know who it was. I think someone was having sex with someone, or the mother was having sex with a boyfriend, and the boyfriend ended up dying on the bed, and he ended up having a stroke, or I don't remember what it was.
I do remember that.
That's the scene that popped up.
And that's what exactly happened to that person. So when they show me certain things, that's how I interpret.
It helps you read it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It makes it easier. Yeah.
Changing speeds real quick. Have you ever? I'm sorry, Letty, real quick.
No, you're fine, baby. Go.
But have you ever?
I can see your mind rapid fire right now.
Have you ever had somebody that, say, for example, tragically died of a murder or something like that? Like, have they ever came like, yo, this person did it, or they're trying to give clues to you as to who did it? Really?
I most people don't know this, but I do work with a lot of missing persons homicide with big agencies and small departments and stuff as well. So I do a lot of pro bono work for big and large departments.
Tupac come through right now.
I actually had someone that sat in front of me that knew Tupac.
Really?
Really close. I can't say who it is. You guys might know who it is, but that person, he did come through. There's certain people I can tell. A lot of famous people I've read for, living and dead, have come through.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what their purpose was or how they're connected. I think we're all looking for that guidance. I think even with you, did not know your relationship to you, your husband, and
Nipsey Hussle,
came through. And it's kind of one of those things where I'm kind of like, okay, I just got to validate the information that's coming through. So when those things happen, it wasn't like I knew I was going to meet you or anyone else. It was just kind of one of those things. So when they happen in those moments. But there's not really anything that surprises me when I do this work.
I love that you do that work, by the way. I'm sure that it's that's immeasurable, the help that you can give someone, especially when someone's missing or they're dealing with like investigations and stuff like that.
It's tough. It's one of the most toughest things that I work with. Parents who lost their children and missing persons homicide, working with detectives, working with families, because people think it's just a session. It's not a session because I take these on for maybe 6 months, 9 months, and I work on these cases, and it's a lot of time and energy that I put into it, that I'm working with the families and the detective and so on and so forth. So it is exhausting, but it's not rewarding, but it's psychic mediums don't solve cases. Law enforcement do.
Yeah.
Very clear. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so let's go to Julie. Julie, good morning, Julie.
Good morning.
Julie, good morning. Hi. We're here with AJ Barrera, and I need to know from you, is there someone specifically you want to get in touch with?
Yes, my mom.
Okay. All right.
Hi, Julie. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So when I first tune into your energy, I'm going to go in a little bit two different directions. So I feel like I have two different energies that are coming through as soon as I tune into your voice. Here's the thing. Just a simple yes or no. Would you know a lot about your immediate family?
Yes.
Okay. Would there then be a younger male figure that's also passed over for you as well, that I would see as like a brother, cousin figure that we need to bring up here?
No.
Okay. Make note to it, because I feel like there's a mom figure and a younger male figure that we do need to bring up here, that we do need to acknowledge here. The younger male for me is not an accident, not an intentional thing. This is something I'm seeing like on a medical level that makes me feel like this is something that I'm seeing like very similar to like a heart attack, but not necessarily a stroke. So it's interesting here, because most of the time I don't get a lot of young males that come through with heart issues, but that's where I want to that's where I want to go with this.
Like a younger male who's passed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
No or yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Long as this all makes sense.
But not like a father figure, not like a little brother. No. Okay.
Long as it makes sense, just hold on to it, because I just feel like that this person is coming through with your mother figure, with your mom. Regardless if they knew each other or not in life, again, that's not my thing. I just bring through the spirits, basically. I just feel like that when we talk about your mom, there's just a very gentle soul in the way that she comes through. But it's interesting because your mom is she's gentle in the way that she comes through for me energetically. But at the same time, when she was here in the physical realm, she was a very loud energy. Like, you would recognize her energy, you would know her vibration when she walked in the room. And I just feel like in some ways that your mom wants to present herself as a woman who's coming through saying like, I'm here. The reason why I'm saying this is that she wants to make sure that you know that she still looks like, not just like hair and makeup stuff, but she still looks amazing. Typically when spirit talks about their physical well-being or their physical body, it represents either what happened to the physical body. Now, I don't want to get into things, but I don't think it was an easy ride for your mother here in the physical realm, relating to her condition, relating to her health, if that makes sense. Yes?
It wasn't.
Okay, because to me, do you mind if I'm honest with everything that comes through?
You can be honest.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I feel like I'm going to be wrong because, again, I'm not a doctor or a physician. I always have to state that. But she's showing me something. Anytime I see blackness in the body, it represents something like emphysema, like lymphoma, cancer, something like that. It feels like there was something that was very aggressive that attacked her body.
Aggressive cancer.
Okay. When I see that, I just feel like in some ways that she wants to recognize that she doesn't have this aggressive cancer anymore. She wants to recognize in some ways, she's telling me like, I was fighting the best that I could. And she wants to apologize in the way that she couldn't be there, in the way that you needed her to be there as a mom, because your mother is telling me to tell you is that you, as a daughter, were the best protector for her. You did everything in the power to be there for her, because you truly made sacrifices for your mother. It wasn't like, I have to do it. Like, I need to be here for my mom. And your mom wants to make sure that you know that she is holding your hand, and she wants to say, I'm not letting you go. Because in those moments that your mom was here in the physical realm, you said, Mom, please don't go. Mom, please don't go. And your mom wants to make sure that you know that she was fully aware of what was going on during that time, because you want to know, was your mom fully lucid? Because your mom wants to thank you or thank the family family for keeping her very comfortable when it comes down to medical.
We did. We tried our best.
You absolutely did, because she's telling me like they gave me like an IV drip, they gave me the morphine, and she wants to recognize you did everything in your power that you had to do for her, because she's saying my body was comfortable, and she wants to thank you for massaging her as well. So if that was you or another sister, thank you for massaging her. Okay, so long as I understand that, I just feel like in some ways that your mom fully wants to understand again how much she's still around you. It's so interesting here because there and I forgot what's the college name? I forgot your name. Julie. I need to bring something up here, Julie, because your mom is telling me to hand you like lilies or like Gerber daisies. So what's a reference?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is there like a white flower reference that we need to bring up here? Not a rose, but a white flower specifically, like gardenias or something like that.
I think those were her favorite. I know, like white butterflies. Every time we see one, we say, "Hey, there's grandma, there's mom," But
just make note.
Doesn't.
It's not a white butterfly. It's like a white flower specifically that I'm being shown. Flowers have been new to me in the last 6 to 9 months in symbolism for me. Okay. So again, all I want you to do is hold on to the white flower reference, because it might make sense to you in a different capacity. My job is not to like tell you what it is. It's for you to hold on to it. I feel like in some ways that when your mom talks about it and talks about you, it's her way of recognizing how much she is presenting herself to me. So it's interesting. Earlier today, we were talking about synchronicities and subtleties and all that stuff. I feel like this might be a moment that's going to happen as we get off air, as if we end this. And I mean, it's going to be like, say that you're going to the grocery store and there's not commonly this white flower. Roses are common, but I mean, it's something unique that I'm saying that wouldn't be normally carried in a place that I would see. So just make note to this where I'm going here.
It'll stand out.
And also she's telling me to talk about, and she's also telling me to talk about the month of April being significant as well. So why is April significant?
April, I know April is my grandma's birthday. It was her mom's birthday.
So is her mother already passed on?
Her mom passed away, yes, my grandma,
So this might be your grandma's way also coming through and saying a little hello from heaven when she steps forward here. So just know, grandma and your mom and the younger male are all part of the process here. But again, see this as their way of expressing some love and gratitude. More importantly to you, I want you to fully understand, Julie, is that when your mom was here in the physical realm, she was fully proud of you then, and she is here today to recognize how proud she is. So keep pushing, keep moving forward, okay?
Okay.
A lot of love to you.
Thanks, Julie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. I feel like you needed this. You needed to hear all
of it. I did. Thank you guys so much.
Of course. Bye, baby girl.
All right. Bye-bye.
Wow, you're... my heart. Wow, I guess after your readings, what do you do, AJ? You just pop a beer or what? Like
some Tito's? No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I talked to some other spirits. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, speaking of that, does it like... Has maybe smoking weed, incense enhance anything for you?
Incense?
I don't know.
Peyote, smoking incense?
No, I don't know. I don't know if you gotta put incense or you smoke a joint. Like, does anything enhance what you do? Rest?
Rest is always the best. For me, I don't do anything crazy at all whatsoever of even like drinking, smoking, none of that stuff.
Oh, that's insanity.
I do like
smoking, drinking, what's up?
Even like anything leading up to my event, it's like having the vessel clean, clear, this and that. Like it's a main thing. But for sure, I don't mind hanging out, having drinks and this and that. But for me, like I don't want to like indulge in any of that stuff. It's really making sure like. I don't like candles or incense or any of that stuff. It's simply prayer and meditation is all I do.
Yeah, being ready and being open.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter.
Cleo or nothing, huh? You're not saying not like Cleo or nothing, huh?
No.
Just call in.
Call me now.
Give me $80.
Okay, but look, our guy AJ Barrera, he has an event coming up December 13th. Buy your tickets now. These things always sell out. This is going down at the Doubletree in Whittier, December 13th. They just announced tickets on Monday, and they are flying. So make sure that you grab them. AJ, where can they get tickets?
They can go to my website at ajbarrera.com/new events or just ajbarrera.com, and all the information is listed there. If you do follow me, right? If you follow me on any social media at AJ_Barrera,
and do that,
you'll find all my events also listed there as well.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
AJ, before you go, and I know like it's weird to like even ask, like, do you see anything in here? Or do you hear anything in here?
Any of my demons?
Are we just empty vessels?
I mean, not empty vessels.
Or does it have to be like a specific person asking you?
Well, when I was reading the last gal, Julie, I was gonna ask you. I know this sounds bizarre, but by any chance, are either one of you related to her?
No.
Okay. So this might make sense
Her
for one of
last
you
name
guys.
is Martinez.
No.
Okay, no. So long as I know that. So either one of you two that I need to bring up here is there because she had a younger male that came through.
Yeah.
So is there then a brother figure for one of you guys that passed on?
No.
Oh, Jose.
No, not for me.
No, it's Jose.
For you?
Move.
Who is
Not
that?
you.
No, he can stay there. Who is that to you? I'm sorry?
My cousin.
Your cousin. So we need to recognize here because when I was speaking to the caller, I felt like there was another male here in studio that we need to acknowledge here because when he was coming through, I felt like I wanted to go this way, but I did not know with who. When we do talk about his passing, it's interesting here. He's not coming across to me as a cousin figure. He's showing me as a brother figure to you. So I find it quite interesting here because what he wants to do is being very playful, like as if he wants to kind of like fist pump you in a way to recognize that connection. And I'm going to tell you something here. I don't know how long ago he passed on or how recently, and you don't have to tell me, but when I acknowledge him, he's not technically bringing up like medical, like heart attack, stroke, and all that stuff. I'm going to say this in a very loose way, and you can let me know just a simple yes or no. Would you understand his way not taking care of himself when we think about like more so the mental health? Okay. So when we talk about him, he wants to apologize of how he left the physical realm because he wants to say, I'm sorry for leaving. I'm sorry for leaving because he never wanted to leave the physical realm in the way that he needed to. What he's trying to convey to me is that when he left, there was a lot of like, I don't want to say like demons. I don't like to use that word, but there was a lot of resurfacing of old emotions that he did not know how to filter. And I believe it's his way of recognizing, making sure that you fully know that he's obviously not down there. He's in a safe place. He's in heaven. He's evolving. And I think people need to have that understanding because growing up as Catholic, we think that we're in damnation, we're in limbo, we're in this, we're in that. What I can tell you from your cousin, who's a brother figure to me, wants to recognize he was still the brother figure to you because I feel like it's important in the events that surrounded his lifestyle. Makes me feel like that there wasn't an opportunity for him to really get the help that he needed. And I know that sounds weird because like obviously he's there, but what I feel like what he's trying to convey is to you, and I know this might sound a little sensitive where I'm going with this, is that he doesn't want you to feel like that you needed to see all like the red flags or all the things. And if you feel like that, God, how did I miss this? How did I not know this? I feel like it's his way of saying like, I'm not worried about you. He really wants to make sure more so on an emotional level that you're healing and you understand the process of what's happening here in your life. So if it's been a number of years or recently, again, I feel like it's his way of saying like, I need to make sure I be here for my brother figure. He's also telling me to talk about the month of July being significant. So why is July significant? If it's not July, it's going to be like the 7th of a month, like January 7th, February 7th. There's a big 7 that we need to bring up here. So make note to it because I don't want you to make it fit, but there's something along the lines here that we need to acknowledge here. Can I bring something up here? And I might be mistaken. By any chance, are you married? Okay. Is there something we need to bring up here that we need to go then to who I would see as a partner to you? Like a girlfriend, a fiance, something like that we need to acknowledge here? Okay. I'm going to tell you something, and I don't want to put you in any weird way, but I believe in some ways that your brother figure, the cousin figure, is making sure that you kind of like be open to yourself, to allow people to love you. Because there's something about like a partner, a significant other, that I feel like that you don't give yourself enough credit to accept love and accept people because you're so damn guarded of like, I need to be this way, I need to be that way. So allow your walls and barriers to drop down to receive love. I don't think it's about you getting married necessarily, but I think it's more so relating to a partner, a significant other. I don't think it's about you, excuse the language, you can bleep it out, like whoring around, but I believe it's his way of saying
Stop fucking getting prostitutes and settle down. What a good girl.
I believe it's his way of making sure you take care of yourself when it comes down to love because again, you respectfully, and I can't say this in a direct way, but kind of direct way, is that you haven't found your self-worth yet. And I feel like you're still soul searching to the point saying like, am I on the right page? Am I on the right path? And you still question yourself. I feel like your cousin wants to make sure that you know that you are on the right path. You are doing the right thing. But more importantly, don't see this as his way of saying goodbye. See this as his way of saying hello from heaven. Okay? A lot of love to you. Right.
Oh, Jose, I love you so much, bruh.
Yeah.
Jose has a really close cousin that passed away very recently. And it wasn't clearly like I can only talk from my experience loving this man, and he went through a lot and he had to go back home, and a lot of the like I wish I could have helped him, and it's very much so in the realm you're speaking of, the mental everything.
Jose, just take your time in that process.
Yeah.
Take your time in that process. There's not a right way or wrong way how to grieve. Grief is not linear. So however it makes sense to you, if it's being angry one day and being sad, and being happy the next, you're going to understand that process, and only you will understand that process. Don't tell people that you need to be a certain way. You just do you. You do you.
And also, are you engaged and you didn't tell us and your fucking cousin came through to snitch on you, bro? Because he also hides his identity from us. We're like, wait, which life is it? He may be. Maybe.
Yeah, he probably is. I like that line, though. Grief is
not linear.
Not linear. Yeah. That's a cool line.
I love this. Jose was like, I'm supposed to be just filming this shit.
I know.
But that's how you can't tell. Like sometimes it's who you're feeling, right?
Yeah. It's certain times, like it doesn't matter if I'm even recording, doing a live TV show or even recorded show, whatever that looks like. It could be the person that's producing the show behind the camera or that's on a speaker that I'm tapping into, because all I tap into is a voice, not the physical body. So when I tap into that, I bring through information. They're like, holy crap, like it never fails. So again, I just kind of go with the flow. What made it a little bit easier for me was the last caller, because when I was speaking to that last caller, I'm like, this energy feels familiar as if it was here already. So I think the energy was already here. I did not know exactly, but when it came through again, I felt like I was put on this side rather than this side. So it's kind of more of just knowing the feelings. Yeah. Wow. It works the same way in live audience events. I'd be like, oh, I'm back over here. Like, works the same way.
Somewhere in this area.
Yeah. Usually I'm like about 5 people section.
In that radius.
Yeah.
AJ Barrera, man.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for
all of our love. Instagram at AJ Barrera. Make sure you get tickets to his show December 13th of Doubletree in Whittier. We love having you.
Thank you for having
as
me.
much as the spirits come through and speak, your spirit speaks volumes too, AJ, and we always appreciate you.
I love
here.
you guys. I love coming down here. You guys always treat me with love and gratitude. As I mentioned, it's always been an amazing show. Everyone, even you, Concrete, meeting you for the first time again. Great questions. I just want everyone just to be open, receptive to just subtleties. That's it. That's it. Just the subtle things. Everything doesn't have to be the big sign. So leading up to, Day of the Dead and Halloween and all that stuff, they're not just around us those days. They're around us all the time. So when you think about them again, guys, they're right there with you.
Thank you. AJ Barrera, Power 106.